Good afternoon, investors. Today we are going to see SBI Long Duration Fund. In the previous video, we talked about HDFC Fund, and before that we talked about SBI Credit Risk Fund. Today we are going to see SBI Long Duration Fund. It is a debt scheme and it is for long-term capital appreciation and capital growth. So if we see the returns since inception, it is 7.56%. The risk rating is moderate here, and the asset under management of this fund is 2,379 crores. NAV as of 21st November 2025 is rupees 12.3150. Now let's see for how much time is the fund suitable for. This fund is suitable for long term. That means we could say that 3+ years. What is the minimum initial lump sum investment in this fund? That is 5,000 rupees, and the minimum SIP investment of this fund is rupees 500. The age of this fund is 2 years. Now let's see what are the details of this fund. So at first we will focus on what is the scheme's objective and what is that. It is a debt fund and it is an open-ended fund. So you can sell here anytime. There is no boundary or any timeline that you need to keep for this much time or that much time. Now let's see what is the objective of this fund. The investment objective of the scheme is to generate returns by investing in debt and money market instruments such that the Macaulay duration of the scheme portfolio is greater than 7 years. However, there can be no assurance or guarantee that the investment objective of the scheme would be achieved. What does it mean? It means that the time after which your money will be doubled, that is greater than 7 years. It will take more than 7 years for your money to be doubled. But there is no such guarantee like that it will only be doubled after 7.5 years or 8 years. It could take time, but if you see the average, it is 7 years, close to 7 years. The launch date of this mutual fund scheme is 12th December 2022. The expense ratio of this fund is 0.64% and the exit lot of this fund is nil. Now let us see what are the returns since inception for regular growth. So for regular growth, after 2022, every year close to you got 7.56%. In the previous year, you got return for 3.5%, very less. So there might be some ups and downs in the market. That is why this return is so much less. In the last 3 years, there is no return because the age of this fund is 2 years, and we have already seen what is the minimum lump sum investment needed in this fund. Now let's say you have 5,000 rupees invested in this fund, and again you want to do any other lump sum amount. In that case, you could invest a minimum of 1,000 rupees in this fund. Now if we see the historical NAV or the chart of this fund, so there has been some ups and downs, and if we see the last 3 years of this fund, so the fund is performing pretty good. No chance or no such downfall in that fund. Now if you see the riskometer of this fund, the benchmark of this riskometer of the benchmark is moderate, and the riskometer of this fund is in line with the benchmark, that is moderate. Now let's see what is the investment objective we have seen. Now let us see what is the strategy of this fund. SBI Long Duration Fund will invest its corpus in debt and money market instruments in line with the investment objective to provide attractive risk-adjusted returns to the investors through active management of credit risk and interest rate risk in its portfolio. The scheme aims to generate returns through investment in long-term bonds. The scheme being open-ended, some portion of the portfolio may be invested in money market instruments to meet liquidity requirements. Now here we could see that the fund invests most of its money in long-term bonds. So there is a very little risk or very little credit risk of this fund. Although there might be some interest rate risk, that your interest rate might go up and down, but the credit risk or your money will go in vain or your money will be zero, the risk is very little. And for liquidity, some of its money is invested in money market instruments. So who is the fund manager of this fund? The fund manager is Mr. Ardendo Bhattacharya. Who is Ardendo Bhattacharya? Mr. Ardendo Bhattacharya joined SBI FMPL in April 2019. He has over 11 years of experience in finance sector prior to joining SBI FMPL. He was previously associated with following entities: the ICICI Bank Limited from June 2014 to April 2019, primarily involved in trading in money markets and short-term corporate bonds. Citibank NA from April 2010 to June 2013, principally handled currency and trade sales. So he is managing this fund since July 2025. Now let's see what is the portfolio breakup of this fund. Now if we see the portfolio breakup of this fund, So 96.9% of your money is invested with Government of India and 3.1% is in cash or cash equivalent or others. So this 3% is for liquidity purposes. And where is your money invested with Government of India? It is invested in sovereign bonds. Now let's see what is the performance of this fund with respect to its, we could say, the benchmark or anything like that. So if we see the CRISIL 10-year gilt index, the benchmark has performed 7.66%. With compared to additional benchmark is CRISIL 7.66, and the benchmark of this fund is 3 index. So it has also performed better than this fund. So this fund has completely underperformed with the benchmark as well as the additional benchmark. Now if we see the performance from benchmark from inception, so in that case also this fund has performed pretty bad with the benchmark and the additional benchmark. So now let's see what would have happened if you had invested your money in the benchmark rather than this fund. So if you had invested rupees 10,000 before 1 year, then in the benchmark your money would have become 10,766. In this part your money has become 10,353 rupees, and if we see since inception, then your money would have become 12,537 in the additional benchmark, and in the benchmark your money would have become 12,333. And if we compare it with this fund, in SBI Long Duration Fund, your money has become 12,319 rupees. So the performance is pretty bad if you would invest, as because the money is yours. All the things depend on you, what you want to do with this fund. So we have already seen the management, it is pretty underperforming. So if you want to invest in this fund, then you can definitely contact me in the given mobile number or the email address in the description box. I will help you with this. So why would you like me to help with the investment you want to make in this fund? Because I am MD Imtiaz Alam and I am a mutual fund distributor. I have NISM certificate and I am an AMFI registered mutual fund distributor. So that is the case, and if you want to invest, you can contact with me. Thank you for watching this video.